Hey there, game fans. We are doing a 36 power game of 8th edition 40k. We have Necrons versus an unorthodox orc horde. So we'll start with the Necrons. Necrons have a destroyer lord armed with a war scythe. We have one unit of 3 destroyers, another unit of 3 destroyers, and a doomsday arc. Both units of 3 destroyers have a heavy destroyer for free. We are playing the mission the scouring, so that's what the shiny discs are on the table. We have a unit of 10 Burnas, a big mech with KFF, a unit of 10 tank busters with their 2 free bomb squigs, and a unit of 6 big guns, which will, after deployment, will work as independent units, which is 1 gun and 2 grot. What are they? 2 Gretchen gun crew folks. Okay, and then we have, well, I've got 3 cannons, 1 zap gun, and 2 labas because I wanted to try them out. And then I have 15 commandos hiding somewhere. At the end of the game, we will score objectives. There is objectives for Slay the Warlord, Line Breaker, which was that quarter table and this quarter table for deployment zones, and First Blood. But our objectives are a minor objective over here indicated by 1 dot, some regular objectives, a major objective over in the corner, and then 2 more regular objectives. So here we go. All right, turn 1. The Necrons shot to death 3 wounds in the tank busters, 3 wounds in the Burnas. Nothing else was hurt. The tank busters, their bomb squigs cannot attack flyers. However, in a points match, they're free and they can soak wounds. So only 1 tank buster died, while the unit still took 3 wounds. Okay, and then on the orc turn, the orcs decided to shoot these destroyers, and the Burnas did 1 point of damage before they charged, and then whenever they charged, they did 2 points of damage. Excuse me, they did 2 unsaved wounds. The Gretchen gun line is not likely to make up their points, even though they are 7 points for these 6 guns. The Big Mech was successful in saving some wounds for some folks because I actually saved a couple. But the Big Mech grants a custom force field, which is an invul save of 5 up. Destroyers are downright nasty because they re-roll failed hits of 1 and failed wounds of 1 if they're within 6 inches of Lord Douchepants. Lord Destroyer. Oh, yeah. Destroyer Lord, whatever he is. He's the Destroyer Lord, aka Mr. Toolface himself. Let's jump. Alright, and then the not trash barge, the gun barge. I think he did nothing. If I remember right.
I think he killed 1 guy. That was it.
Where?
No, never mind.
I don't think he did. That was the end of turn 1. Top of turn 2. The orcs actually killed a unit of destroyers. But then the 3 remaining orcs ran because they failed their morale test, because there were 3 of them. So technically we both earned First Blood because I ran and you were destroyed in the same turn. The tank busters lost 3 dudes. They also need to do a morale test. Haven't done that yet. And then once again, the Doomsday Arc did nothing because I actually succeeded a 5-up invul save. The tank busters also failed the morale test, also causing 3 units to run away. All right, to start with, we read something wrong, and the destroyers are probably still alive because they have 3 wounds instead of 2 wounds, like we thought they did. So that was Lumpy's fault. It's a famous Wookiee. Don't complain. And then those destroyers were shot to death,
Obliterated
by a cannon and a zap gun and some tank busters, because tank buster rockets do 3 damage, the cannon did 3 damage, and the zap gun did 4 damage.
10 wounds.
And that killed the unit of destroyers. The commandos showed up and then failed their charge. They also failed to hit anything in shooting.
They're gonna get shot.
Actually, they hit 3 times in shooting and failed to wound, because it's strength 4 pistols against a toughness 6 destroyer lord. Now they're gonna get shot up by that thing.
Hopefully.
But there's only two Necrons left. Only 2. And there are not as many Orks as there should be. Bottom of turn 2, the Necron Lord and the Doomsday Ark managed to kill 4 boys. 2 of which died to shooting, 1 from a big gun, 1 from flares. And then the Necron Lord killed 2 in close combat. And then it is the top of turn 3. The Orc boys did 2 more wounds to the Destroyer Lord. We did 7 wounds to the Doomsday Ark. And now it is the Necron's turn. The Necron Lord killed 3 more boys this turn. This is the bottom of turn 3. The Doomsday Ark killed 2 tank busters. These boys and the Knob failed to do any wounds that the Necron Lord did not save. The Barge recovered 1. And the Lord recovered 2. So he has 2 wounds. He has been dealt 2 wounds, which means he has 4 left.
4 left.
And that one recovered 1, which means it has 8 left. Bottom of turn 3. The Grot gun line has been encroaching, has shot at the stupid tank again. One of the cannons did 6 wounds that the Necron tank immediately said, no you didn't.
Quantum shielding. Oh yeah.
Also known as Necron BS. You know, along with their healing tanks and their healing lords. You know, because you don't have to take anything, you don't have to take another unit to be able to heal, and there's no number of models or anything, they just get back up.
So many thumbs up.
Okay, so the stupid tank has how many wounds left? Sorry, I'm being kind of hateful. But
6.
It has 6 wounds left.
It is now in its second damage profile.
The Lord has 2 wounds left, except that he made the commandos run away because he did 4 wounds. They only did 2. And then they failed their morale test and ran.
Yeah.
So now it's up to the shooting guys. All the shooting.
Necron Lord beat up an entire unit. Oh yeah.
He should have been dead, but he regenerates. Start of turn 4. The tank busters die to shots from the Doomsday Ark. And then the Necron Lord went from this patch of woods over to that patch of woods. And then killed the mech before he got to swing. I'm sorry. He went from that spot to this spot in the movement, and then advanced, and then charged. And then he killed the mech before he got to swing back with his big choppa. This we were using as a grot oiler. So, yeah. So now it's literally just my Gretchen gun line. And they have to shoot at the tank first because the tank is within visual range, and that's a character. And they don't have melee. So we have to kill the tank first. Fortunately, it only has 7 wounds left. However, it has the Necron I hate you field, which says, oh, you did multiple wounds. We're going to roll a d6, and if we can roll under that, we ignore what you just did. Here we go. The Gretchen gun line, in all of their gloriousness, had 2 unsaved wounds go through. Attempted to do 6 points of damage, and then the tank said 5 of that goes away. So we only did 1, which means he'll just get it back next turn, which happens now.
Healing. Don't know.
Shut up. Alright, so the Destroyer Lord removed a cannon and its 2 grot gunners, killed one of them, and then caused the other one to run. The Cannon of Silliness had 3 shots! Missed all 3 shots. It's kind of its thing this game. So now the Gretchen gunline gets to try to kill the stupid tank again, because I still cannot shoot this character because that's within visual range. So we've been shooting at characters wrong all game, and all of these guns are about to try to kill this warlord, because we should have been doing that for the last 2 turns. You only cannot shoot at characters if they are not the closest enemy model. If they are the closest enemy model, they're fair game. Alright, so top of turn 6, the Necron Lord decides to attack a lasgun and its 1 grot crew member and just obliterates them both.
Oh yeah.
The Doomsday Ark shoots at a cannon and breaks the cannon.
For once.
Causes the grots to make a leadership test, and then one of the grots runs. Bottom of turn 6. These grot crew outnumber the Lord, so they currently control this 2-point objective. These grots control this 1-point objective. The tank is 3.5 inches away from the objective, so it does not control the objective. During the grot shooting phase, we tried to shoot at this Lord, and we missed. We had 1 job, and we failed. And then, at the bottom of turn 6, we rolled to see if we would continue this game, and we do. There's literally nothing the Orks can do except be annihilated. Actually, he can only kill 2 units, which means I will have 1.5 units left on the table, because that grot is still running towards that 2-point objective, because that's his purpose in life. Alright, so the wrap-up for this game is the Destroyer Lord killed another unit in close combat. The tank moved, therefore it could only shoot within 24 inches. Unfortunately, there was a lonely grot within 24 inches, and he paid the price for his movement.
Damn that grot.
That poor guy. He's trying to do something noble, like secure an objective, and this big nasty tank decides to shoot him to death.
Darn right.
And then the cannon and the lava both fail to do any damage to this lord. So, right now, the Necrons have 2 objectives. They have First Blood, they have Slay the Warlord, and they have Linebreaker. The Orks have the minor objective and First Blood. Ow. Bad day to be an Orks. Alright, game fans, well that was kind of a humiliating loss for the Orks. The moral of the story is, read the rules correctly. That makes a big difference. Read. Do it right. Read it multiple times. Make sure you understand it correctly. And then whenever you think that you know what the rule is, read it again just to be sure. Read it out loud so your opponent can hear it too, and you go, hey, that's how that actually works. Yeah. That was bad. Game on, game fans.